Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to share you some of the research tips that I have followed during my research journey. Firstly, I want to thank my professors, my lab buddies and some of my seniors. All this knowledge that I am going to share, I have learned from them at some point or the other during my journey. Before saying how to do research, I want to start with how not to do the research. Because most of them acknowledge the fact that how to do research, but many of them ignore that how we should not do the research. So the main concept or main aim of this video is to concentrate on don'ts of the research work. Let me break down this into several points and make it as simple as possible for you to understand and follow through. There can be many other points as well, but these are some of the points that I have followed during my journey and I have seen good outcomes also. To start with, the first point is don't confront with your guide, rather rethink why he is saying certain things. Let's say your guide is saying to redo certain things, just have a thought on it and rethink. I have seen many people complaining about their guide saying that he is redo certain things. I personally had this experience. Later I have realized that certain things need to be done for it to be perfect and for it to be considered as a good research. So have a thought before confronting with your guide. The second important point is do not plagiarize. Plagiarism can be a serious issue not just to you but also for your guide, for your organization. It can affect a lot because once you caught plagiarized, it might affect the entire organization, entire reputation of your professor. Whenever they are doing certain research later on, it might affect on their reputation and it gives a bad impact on their upcoming journey. And the third point is don't fabricate the results or data that you are using in your research. Your research might be acknowledged by a large number of community or it might go through a large community. Whenever you fabricate the results, they might follow these particular fabricated results and they might go into a wrong direction. And you are the culprit of making them going into the wrong direction, and this is a big don't in case of a research. And the fourth point is don't take citations or references from a less reputed or less valued journals or conferences, because it might be the case that their work might be accepted because of its less stringent and less scrutiny rules of that particular conference. What happens is when you take some information out of this paper, it might not be authentic or it might not be correct to the point or to the accurate one. So you might fall into a trap and you might interpret the wrong things and you might keep them in your paper. Bad chain of research goes like from one paper to other paper and so on. Never take results from a less valued conference. And the fifth point is don't rely on unverified sources. Always have a cross check on the source that you are taking in, and also make sure that it is the accurate and authentic one. And the sixth point is don't misinterpret your findings. Don't overstate that just to make that it get accepted in a conference or journal. Every conclusion should have an evidence or data at the end of the day. So never misinterpret your findings. And the seventh important point that I personally like is don't ignore self-review. Be a self-critic. Always put yourself in the shoes of a reviewer. Let's say I have given you a paper or given you a research work. Are you finding it interesting or are you finding it pleasing? You put yourself in that particular shoes always. If someone shows me a research, will I be liking that? Will I be finding it interesting? Just put yourself in that particular shoes. Make sure you like your research more than anyone else in the first place. So be a self-critic and follow this particular step. It will help you to go long way in the research. Don't just write off the things for the methodology. Let's say you should have proof for each and everything, and your methodology should have a proof. When I'm saying proof, it can be of any working proof, like it can have certain results or certain interpretations. Everything should resemble the methodology you are talking is the exact copy of the data that you are showing in. And the final point is don't rush on the research process. Research process takes time. Be patient and make sure you follow all the steps religiously. So to conclude, these are some of the don'ts I would suggest you Make sure you follow all these don'ts religiously, and I'm sure it will help you. These don'ts will help you to not get into trouble in your research, and gives you a meaningful outcomes for sure. I'll come up with more such videos on research in the future. Hope you like this content. If you are liking this content, just subscribe to my channel and like the video. See you then. Bye bye.